Half a day, Faisro Entero. Welcome to another episode of Gospel Reflection. This Sunday's Gospel is the Gospel that we're all familiar with, from Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 to 19. It's on the prodigal son who took his inheritance and went away. And in the midst of the trouble, he realized what he did was wrong. Then he started rehearsing of what to say when he goes back to the Father. And he said, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you." This is the resolution that the prodigal son came up with after he had squandered his inheritance. What he did was he fully examined his conscience, and coming to his senses and realized that he had committed sin and he must go back and ask for forgiveness from the Father. He returned with a humble and contrite of heart. The Father, when he got sight of him, he ran out with an open arm and embraced the Son with a kiss of peace. No confrontation, no questions asked, just pure love. Today's gospel reminds us of our imperfections. We live in an imperfect world where we get attracted and enticed to many things in the world that separate us from God, and we fall into sin. But regardless of how imperfect we are, regardless of how far we wander off, regardless of how sinful we are, we have a God who is loving, merciful, and forgiving. He is always waiting for our return. Our responsorial psalm tells us, "The Lord is kind and merciful." We may have gone astray or turned away, but Jesus is always waiting for us to come back to Him, and He will embrace us. However, to have a change of heart and return to God, we need to have a humble and repentant hearts, acknowledge our sinfulness, and return to Jesus, for He is eagerly waiting to embrace us once again. As we continue with our Lenten journey, let us fully examine ourselves and come to Jesus and humbly ask for His mercy and forgiveness. Jesus will surely not refuse us, but to accept us back in His embrace. There is nowhere to receive God's mercy and forgiveness of our sins but through the sacrament of reconciliation. When was the last time that we had our confession, or when was the last time you have your confession? But if we have not, or if you have not gone to confession in a long time, then this Lenten season is a perfect time. The door of mercy and forgiveness is always open for us. Let us avail the gift of the sacrament of reconciliation. 1 John chapter 1, verse 19 tells us, "If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness." So let us go and have our confession this Lenten season.